Holy freaking cow, folks. Kanye West is back in the news again. Like, you can't tell me this isn't on purpose. Like, there's no way this is an accident. Like, the guy is literally doing everything he can to go viral for as long as he can. It is just insane. But let's go ahead and talk about it. So, I'm sure you guys know who Nori is. He hosts this podcast called Drink Champs. And basically, Kanye West went on Drink Champs for, I believe, the third time. I think he was on there 2 other times, which all of those episodes went viral. Well, after everything that's going on, of course it made sense to bring him on the Drink Champs podcast. So Kanye West did go on there, and he had this to say. I'm going to go ahead and play the clip.
Watch the George Floyd documentary that Candace Owens put up. One of the things that his 2 roommates said was, they want a tall guy like me. They want a tall guy like me. And the day when he died, he said a prayer for, 8 minutes. Mm-hmm. He said a prayer for 8 minutes. They hit him with the fentanyl. If you look, the guy's knee wasn't even on his neck like that.
So, yeah, folks, according to Kanye, George Floyd, I guess, was not killed by Officer Derek Chauvin. I guess, according to Kanye, George Floyd was killed by fentanyl. But you see, folks, it's actually very interesting because, remember, George Floyd's death was actually ruled a homicide. And George Floyd's killer, Derek Chauvin, is sitting in prison right now because of that homicide that the court ruled. And Kanye also says that basically the fentanyl killed him, which is a drug. But George Floyd's autopsy found that although, yes, there was fentanyl in the system, the medical experts determined that it wasn't enough to be fatal. So that's not an opinion, Kanye. You're just wrong. But again, guys, I want to make sure we really understand what's going on here. I think Kanye knows he's wrong. Obviously, Candace Owens is in a different subject because one thing I noticed, every time Kanye spoke, he kept referencing Candace Owens' documentary about George Floyd. But I keep trying to tell you guys, Candace Owens is a grifter. She's not really a Republican. She doesn't believe the bullcrap she says. That's just my opinion. I think she's a grifter. That's just my personal opinion. I don't even think she believes the bullcrap she says. She got lucky. She started going against the grain and being very outspoken of following Republican talking points about black people. That's really what I think happened. And she got famous for it. And now she grifts off of it. She uses it to continue to make a name for herself, be famous, make money, all that stuff. It's literally a grift. So it's a completely different conversation for her. Kanye, on the other hand, is just downright misled. Like, I don't know how you could watch a Candace Owens produced documentary on George Floyd and take that as fact when the murder of George Floyd literally got ruled a homicide. And then what's so crazy about his comment was, if you look at the actual video, you can clearly see in the video, he had his knee on George Floyd's neck for 8 minutes. So when Kanye says, well, he barely had his knee on there. If you watched it, like, what are you watching? Like, what the heck? It's crazy. But again, I really want to caution everybody, especially the black community in particular, because you guys are playing right into Kanye's hands. You see, Kanye's not as dumb as you think. He ain't the brightest guy in the world, but he's not a complete idiot. It's similar to Donald Trump, in my opinion. Kanye, in my opinion, is playing chess. Kanye knows what he's doing. This is some sort of marketing celebrity freaking strategy. I don't know. Some sort of marketing strategy is what I believe is happening here, okay? Kanye knows what's really going on. He's not that dang stupid. He's not the smartest, but he's not that dang stupid. So we have to be careful with continuing to give this guy the energy. And again, I'm at fault too because I'm making a video on the guy. But at some point, we just got to stop and just accept that this is Kanye. This is who he is. He wants attention. Stop giving him the attention he wants. Coming out and saying George Floyd, there was barely a knee on George Floyd's neck when there's video evidence that proves it. Coming out and saying that George Floyd died because of fentanyl instead of the cop having his knee on his neck when the medical examiner's already determined that he didn't die because of fentanyl. Saying things like that is one or two things. You're either trolling your ass off, which I think he's doing, or you are beyond an idiot. Like you're just beyond stupid. I think it's the trolling. I think Kanye's just trolling. And I don't know why it's in the headlines so much, but it's just being made a big deal of. The other thing he talked about too was the Jewish stuff, I guess. I guess he's saying that the Jews are coming after him and they're trying to stop him or whatever he said. Once again, this is Kanye. I wouldn't even feed into it. And again, the more he keeps opening up his mouth, guys, I'm here to tell you, the more I think it's very possible that he very well could end up being canceled. I know some of you guys in my last video commented, you were like, I don't think Kanye is going to be canceled. And you might be right. But he's inching closer and closer the more he keep running that mouth. I'm just saying. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the whole thing. I just think the guy's trolling. I really do. I think this George Floyd stuff is even worse than the stuff he said before. When there's clear evidence that everything Kanye is saying is wrong. I think what he's doing is just he's saying it for shock value. It's so shockingly stupid, it makes people want to talk about it. Like I said, I'm just waiting on the album, bro. Like, you know how I go. This man is trolling because clearly some music coming out. That's what I'm waiting on. Just hurry up and get the album over with because this is ridiculous. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.